Hey everyone, Soundwave84 here with a blast from the past review on my Throwback Thursdays. So today we're looking at Generations Drift, and this is Drift's entry into toys from the Transformers lore. He was introduced, I think the series is All Hail Megatron, I can't exactly remember which IDW series he was introduced in. I believe it was that one. I think it was Shane McCarthy's own little fan kind of, character, and Hasbro approved it. So yeah, we got this guy, Drift. As you can see, this is his alt mode. I'm gonna start out in that, and he is just a repaint of Generations Blur. Blur is done into a car mode like this, and even the comics at the time and IDW had updated to that kind of form from his G1-ish form. But yeah, he's pretty much just a straight up repaint of Blur with a new head sculpt. New paint, new head. There you go. Instead, Blur came with a big long sniper rifle. He comes with a sword and these short ones. And these actually fold up. So, yes. So, excuse me. Can't wait to get over the sickness. In car mode, he is very, very nice. I love everything about the car mode. I mean, the quality that Hasbro used to put into their alt modes were very good. As much superior to what they do now. As you can see, he's got like these translucent light covers that are covering some paint on the inside. They even painted the front of the grill here. Got these strips here and on the sides. As you see, he's actually got some painted hubcaps on his car, which is something they really don't do now. He's got the translucent windows. He's got this silver-ish blue paint for the rear windows. It's too early in the morning to be talking. He's got the exhaust here. They even painted the lights and the rear of the vehicle. They do not do stuff like that at all anymore. And he folds up nice and neat underneath the car. So, well, I don't really have... They haven't made very many drifts, of course, but he's been in the movies now. And I never bought the Age of Extinction drift, the Bugatti, and I never got they released. He was a triple changer in the movie, but they released just the Bugatti as a deluxe, and they had a Voyager of the helicopter, which I think was just a repaint with a new head of something from Dark of the Moon. This character that's just a toy. But I did get for Christmas the Last Night drift, so we can just show these side by side. You can see, and they call these. They want you suggested retail price as $20, and they call them premier editions. And they pretty much, there's nothing. Well, I do like the paint. The color schemes are nice, and they actually do have the painted hubcaps, which is sweet. They didn't paint the rear tail lights, which is something I think they missed out on there. But everything else is nice on this car as well. The paint of the grille, the lights are just painted, but they are nicely done. So nice little update. It looks really good, but it just shows you the quality. And look at the size. That's just little quick comparisons of what the drifts I have. Now, drifting his own Spotlight series in IDW, which was I actually enjoyed that series. With one more backstory to the character. He used to be a Decepticon, and I cannot for the life of me remember his name at the moment. I'm sure someone can put it down in the comments. So let's go ahead and get the transforming of this guy. So what we're going to do is take his big long sword out, and then we'll just get the transforming drift. So we'll start by trying to get some of these tabs untabbed here. Okay. Untabbed. the end of the car. Yep. There we go. So pretty much got all the front of the car untabbed. And then these are his legs, so I'm just going to break them out. I'm just going to unfold that down, like so. You're going to take a spoiler, and it's going to separate. And then you get his legs apart. These will become his feet. You see the legs open up. Things are going to rotate around. So this is going to be his knee pad. And then this is going to be his foot down here. And so you just take his foot on this little double hinge thing. You just hinge it up into there. And do the same on this side. Up, down. And oh, no, not like that. Get the hinge. There we go. And all around. Alright. Legs are done. I'm going to try to work on his upper body. Oh, peekaboo! There's Drift. Where's Drift? Sorry, I have a 16-month-old baby. Oh, sorry, 17-month-old now. And so I'm used to playing peekaboo with her a lot. So, yeah. And this is going to be to his hips. I'll fold his windows in. And this is where he can actually store his stuff. And it's going to be his shoulders and his arms. These pieces here go up and over, like so. So you just want to get them up and over. Bring his arms down. And then bring them out like this. Bring his hand out and then just bring his arms down, like so. Then we get his chest here. And there's a tab on this right here. It's going to tab in this little slot right here below. And there you go. There is Drift. And it's been a while since I transformed him, so if I have missed anything, I'm sure people will let me know. Now you can do other things. You can bring your shoulders down if you want, so they're not sticking out as far. You know, you got options. They have kibble. You seem to have a problem with this foot here. Alright. So you can take these two little knives, or comes with, and you need to store right in here. So he's got good movement here. You can put his hand on it like he's about to draw it. Go ahead. Get on there, man. He's like, what you talking about, Willis? And there's the other sword. Just stick it in his hand. And there you go. Drift, Drift, Drift. I'm going to compare him with the Last Night Drift. Alright. So, the Last Night Drift. You see, deluxes apparently have now, you know, have been scaled down slightly here. Whereas he pretty much ends at the top of his, or bottom of his head. So you see the different takes on Drift. Movie Drift. Comic books. But they're both fine. Nothing wrong with them. Alright, back to this Drift. Like I said, this is just a retooling, a repainting of Blur, the new head. So he's got excellent articulation, things that you don't do now. He's got wrist. You can go in and out, like so. And it's also on a ball joint, so you got full 360 rotation with that, which is nice. He does not have a waist swivel. Now his little sword sheaths go a little bit, they get in the way of his movement a little bit, but you know, you go out, back, way front. You can get a good knee bend. You can articulate. He's got the ball joint for the shoulders, so you can get him all the way around, even with all that junk car hanging off of him. He's got a bicep swivel up there. He's got a decent elbow bend there. I think you can sort of bring it out just a little bit more, like so, to get, oh, his tire gets in the way. You can get a little bit higher. Just gotta get that tire around the shoulder. And of course, he does have a little bit of head movement, which is sort of hindered by the, I don't want to call them chest pads. Just go up around his neck. So it's just neck protection. No one will cut my head off. I have neck protection. Alright. Play with your toys. Alright. So like I said, he's also got thigh swivel. I probably don't remember if I pointed that out or not. There's no up and down on the head. Now the back of him, while his actual torso is nice and clean, he does have a lot of car kibble hanging off of him. The shoulders, the front end of the car just hanging off the back. Legs are the back end of the car. That's no problem. That has been Transformers from day one. These, while are neat to hold his weapons, can be in the way, but it adds to the look of Drift, in my opinion. So nothing wrong with those there. Looking into that head sculpt, he's got the light piping going on there. Let's see if I can get a light over him. You see the lights. Very detailed. You got a lot of detail added into this guy. Lots and lots of detail. Not all of it is painted, but he does have paint. And he's got a little paint smear there. I've never noticed, had this figure for years. I've never noticed that some of this gold-like yellow paint got a little bit there. But he just have some more painted in on his shoulders. The Autobot logos are tempoed in. He's got a little paint on even on the sword. A little red paint there. Overall, he's a beautiful car mode. A decent robot mode. It's an excellent interpretation of what the comic book had. So, it is nice. Head sculpt is also nice with a little bit of paint on the crown. Let's see where the light piping goes in the back. Now, I used to have the blur. I'd sold the blur. So, I was in desperate need of stuff at the time. So, yeah. I kept the Drift because overall, he's a good figure. Pros on this guy is the detailing, especially in vehicle mode. He is painted up and detailed. Even in robot mode, he has lots of details molded in. The paint is nice. The articulation is nice. Not very hollow on the plastic. It's a little bit hollow there in the thighs. Other than that, he's got really no hollow bits to speak of. So, very solid. You can, he's a very nice figure. Cons, I would say there's no waist swivel, but, that's not a big deal on this figure here. I think, doing all this stuff here kind of hinders that kind of possibility. And the way this has to come up and down, takes that away. That's really about it on the cons. Not really much to speak of there. Anyway, he's an excellent figure. Very good Drift. I like it better than the movies have given us on the character. And thank you for watching. Until the next one. Peace out.